Hello all. I'm continuing my recent roguelike investigations with a foray into Ivan. That's right, I have been binging a little bit on roguelikes, mainly free roguelikes on the PC. Ivan is, well, for a start, it's an abbreviation of the full title that you can see there on the title screen. Iter Vehemens ad Necem, which is Latin, but my Latin's a bit rusty. I haven't studied any medieval history in a couple of years, I'm sad to say, so I'm not going to attempt a translation. But let's just plunge straight into the game, and I'll show you what's what. Now, we're going to be Bob, because why the hell not? Here's a little bit of backstory. It's completely irrelevant, but it is light-hearted and humorous. Basically, you've been living a difficult life, gathering bananas for a living in your little island village. And on this particular day, you're about to indulge in some recreational swimming in the local crocodile-infested bay when you're summoned to the village leader's home, where he tells you that basically everything's going down the toilet, banana values are dropping, and he's been trying to get some aid from the high priest on a neighbouring island, but with no luck. So he's sending you with a personal message, and you have to venture into the underwater tunnel that connects the islands. That's that. Completely irrelevant, just a flimsy pretext for you to go straight into a dungeon, but there it is. Sets the tone for the game, because Ivan doesn't take itself that seriously, and yet it is pretty serious. You'll see what I mean. So here's the island. There are only 3 things on it. Me, you can see me moving back and forth like a little beige monkey, and the village, which you can't interact with, and the entrance to the dungeon. So let's go down there. The controls will be familiar to people who've played much in the way of PC roguelikes. Weird key controls where everything's done by letters and things, like I for the inventory, and then when you have a load of stuff in the inventory, or when you want to wield something or equip something, you select them by pressing letter keys. It's a bit clumsy, but it is par for the course for free PC roguelikes. Anyway, straight away we're in this little room, and we have a dog with us, which doesn't really do anything. Sometimes it gets into fights, but I found a lot of the time it just wanders off on its own. And there's us with nothing. If you look at our inventory, all we have is the encrypted scroll, which is the message for the high priest. We don't have weapons, we don't have clothes, and straight away there's an enemy right there. Now, as usual, we basically bump into it to fight, so let's try that. It went down pretty easily. You can see from the messages at the bottom what's been going on. It was a kobold, and basically our dog killed it. And the kobold died yelling like a tortured hyena. Anyway, let's see what items were dropped on that space. Balsa spear and a lantern. The lantern is going to be very important, because if you don't have a lantern on you, then everything is dark, which is obviously a pain in the balls. Alright, so first things first, let's equip our spear, so we can actually fight to some extent. Anyway, what I was going to say is, Ivan is notorious for being really unforgiving, and roguelikes are generally tough anyway. But Ivan is renowned for being particularly so. The thing is, it all feels quite good-natured. If you look on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice a diagram of me with various squares around it representing my equipment, which are all empty at present. But the reason there's a diagram of my body is you can sustain... Let's bash this plant with our spear. You can sustain damage to various parts of your body, so not only are body parts injured separately with appropriate effects, but there are things like spells. A spell could turn one limb into another substance, or you can get leprosy, which will cause limbs to start dropping off at random. It's all horrifically brutal, but it's also quite funny. And you often find bananas around and like tins of banana pulp and stuff. But the point with Ivan is, it is incredibly difficult and unforgiving, and things can very randomly go wrong. And usually I don't like things that rely on a great deal of chance to provide difficulty. But in Ivan, it feels so good-natured, like it's just having fun with you, that I can't resent it. If you go into Ivan expecting to have a really short run, then when you occasionally have a good one, it's a pleasant surprise, rather than being frustrating as a matter of course. Anyway, I think I picked up some other gear. Let's see. Actually, I should look at my inventory first, see what we've got. Okay, there's a... Oops. There's a mace. Bottle full of poison, don't need that. Couple of wands. Okay. Do I want to put on the Trollhide Cloak of Acid Resistance? It's a -1, so it actually weakens us in that respect, but it resists acid. I'm not going to bother putting it on. But the next time we run into an enemy, I will show you what wands do. You can basically press... Ooh, a holy book. Okay, so let's have a read of the holy book. They allow you to pray, I believe. Let's have a read of that. Yes. It says at the bottom, you feel you master the magical rites of Dulcis. So if you press P, you can pray. And usually I only pray if I'm seriously injured, but I'm going to give it a go now. We're going to pray to the goddess of love and art. See what happens. Do you really wish to pray? Yes. All kinds of stuff can happen. Beautiful melody echoes around you. So nothing much. Sometimes it heals you, sometimes it'll spawn a monster. All kinds of bizarre effects. And that's fully in keeping with the whole spirit of Ivan, where everything is just playing with you. Finding a lot of scrolls. Being attacked by a large hedgehog. The dog got it, that's right. Okay, let's press Z to zap, with our Wand of Lightning, this plant. Boom! Okay, nothing much happened there. Let's just mash them with our spear. Okay, you can see in the top right, my torso and one of my legs are red, badly injured. Torso is particularly bad news. Okay, there are some items on the floor, so I'll grab those. Corpse of a giant mushroom. No. Like a lot of roguelikes, you have to keep on top of eating in this, but I don't think I'm going to survive long enough to get hungry. Okay, so this is a pile of items found on the floor. There's a broken steel axe. I picked up a scroll of repair a minute ago, so I could actually take the broken steel axe and then use the scroll of repair to repair it. Iron boots, need those. Scroll of enchant weapon. Okay, so let's do this. Let's read the scroll of repair to repair the broken steel axe, and then read the scroll of enchant weapon to enchant something in the inventory. The axe that we've just repaired. Okay, so now wield the aforementioned enchanted axe. Wrong button. There it is. Yeah. Okay. I'm still going to be all of a couple of minutes away from death, I guarantee it. Okay, don't need the spear, don't need the iron longsword. Armour, I'll take that. Now, this is all pretty mundane so far, but take it from me that if you play for a little while, sometimes extremely bizarre stuff happens. The other day, I kept being turned into other creatures. It was very odd. I was turned into something that couldn't read, and then I was turned into some kind of gas or something. It was all very strange. Okay, picked up another book. Let's read that one. Legifer. Alright, might as well pray to him. Again, I usually save that for special occasions, but why not pray to the God of Law and Order? Yes, pray to him. A booming voice echoes. A huge firestorm engulfs everything around you. So you saw it actually blew a great hole in the tunnel. That's another thing. You can actually affect the landscape around you. I first discovered it with Wand of Fireball. Launched a fireball at an enemy and it just blew a great gaping hole in the tunnel. Ooh, stairs down. I should probably explore the rest of the floor first, though. Oh, yes, I picked up a belt a minute ago, so let's put that on. Everything counts. You need everything you can possibly find to help you stay alive. Okay. Oh, no, a web. That could be bad news. I've broken limbs in webs before. Okay. Alright, so there's nothing of note in here. It's all a dead end. What a waste of time. Alright, let's move on. And go down to the next floor. But you're not necessarily always working downwards from what I've seen in this. You often have to work back upwards again. Because there's a tunnel going from one island to another rather than plunging down into a deep dungeon necessarily. Alright, what items have we got here? Copper axe, don't need it. Skull, 5 bones. No. Okay. But you can see my torso is in a right state. My leg is healed now, though, so possibly when I prayed, I might have been healed. I guess... And there we go. Oh! if you look at the messages at the bottom of the screen, well, apart from the fact that I've just been killed by this ghost, notice it says the ghost of Pob. Pob is actually one of my previous characters. So, it seems when you die in Ivan, sometimes you might run into the ghost of your previous adventurer. So there you go, that's a bit of fun. Anyway, that's Ivan. I'm not sure I can really do it justice. But that's kind of the nature of the game. It relies so heavily on random turns of events and just bizarre things unexpectedly happening that no one run can really be representative. But take it from me that Ivan is both brutally unforgiving and occasionally funny, completely unpredictable, and completely free. As usual, I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. I mean, it'll cost you nothing. And unlike Brogue from a couple of days ago, it actually has a graphical interface. Who'd have thought? Anyway, this has been Ivan, Iter Vehemens ad Necem. As usual, thanks for watching. Rejoin me any day now for more stuff. Maybe it'll be even more roguelikes, since I am binging. Or maybe it'll be something completely different. Anyway, as usual, thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.